Hello, my loves. Hello. Welcome to the full moon in Cancer. Whew. It's the last full moon of 2020. I'm just going to give everybody a moment to hop on. This is a live broadcast. Make sure I have everything. I'm going to actually grab a lighter real quick. I'll be right back. We're going to get the ceremony started. Say hello, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm here. Hello, everybody. Yay. I am so excited. I haven't done a full a moon ceremony in I don't even know how long. I used to do them all the time. For those of you that are hopping on TikTok, I am live on YouTube, and you can join that YouTube live by hopping in to my bio. Hi, Cindy. So we are going to get started just talking about the full moon in Cancer. I did talk about this on my December energy update, and I'm going to be talking a lot more about this in my January and 2021 energy update, about what's going to be happening and what all these energies mean. But please tell me I am not the only one who has been feeling the energy coursing through them. This energy has been so intense. So intense. What I mentioned in the December 2021 update was that this is the birthing of the new reality. This is the birthing of the new earth. Everything in 2020 has been preparing us to give birth to a new reality by upgrading our software and our hardware through all of these major events that have happened, each one awakening you more and more to the awareness and to the illusion at the same time, to that dualistic aspect, right? Where you are seeing the illusion, but you're also you're seeing the truth, and a lot of people are grappling with and feeling that, what's the right word here? That internal conflict, that internal battle, especially because so many people around us are still asleep, right? They're still very much asleep. So understanding that, like, we have these big awarenesses and we have this big understanding, and we are surrounded by people who are still listening and following the illusion. But what I can tell you is as we get ready to birth, as we are birthing right now, this new reality, because remember I told you this event, the event that everybody talks about, that we have been preparing for. God, I've been preparing for this since 2015. I've been doing this work to prepare for this event. But what the event is really, it's the change in elements. It's the change in paradigms. It's literally the great awakening, the great reset. It is that complete shift and recalibration. And so we have to birth a new reality. But because so many people have been waking up, we have actually accelerated a lot of timelines. And so for me personally, I'm someone who also anchors light codes. So I do a lot of work on the grid. And what I have been feeling through this moon, and yes, I am also a Cancer sun, so this moon is at home in one of my signs. But what I've been feeling is the pains in my hips and my lower back. And I've been having, over the past few weeks, my typical cravings for those big shifts, which is peanut butter. And I talked about this in my Facebook community. I've been having all the signs of preparing to give birth. And as I was planning this event, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to do a moon ceremony. I have this awesome ceremony ritual that I want to share with you guys that is life-changing, and it's so much fun. But I heard that I was going to be bringing through birthing codes. So I wasn't planning on doing an actual transmission when I set this up. I was like, let's just hop on. Let's hang out. I'm going to share this awesome ceremony that I actually did personally last night. And they wanted it to be on today and not yesterday. And they said, you're going to be doing a transmission and you're going to be bringing through birthing codes. And those codes are going to be imprinted and placed inside of your hips and helping to prepare your body for this birthing experience. And this birthing experience is your personal new reality and your contribution to humanity. Because as you will hear in my 2021, basically, you know, what's coming for the year ahead and what we're going to be experiencing in January and beyond. Because remember, these are always cyclical, right? They're always building upon each other. It's not a one big massive event. They said we just need to prepare them for that, right? We need to put these in there and help them, because it's over that event it's like a month long, right? So around January 11th, 12th, in that time frame, that's when we'll close the door on the sector of space that we've been in that's super rich in photonic light that is at this moment and will continue until that time, activating us, waking us up, activating our dormant etheric DNA. People having epiphanies, people having the seeds planted for the year and the events that are coming, really helping people to recalibrate, because the world's going to be a much different place. And next year is going to be that transition year. And we have a lot to prepare for. So you really need to have a strong structuring right now. Like strong structuring, right? I've been preparing you guys for this last year, or this year, I should say. I told you it was the year of clear sight, of 2020 vision, right? Of us seeing the truth. And that's what's happened. We have been seeing the truth, that the government and all of those people they don't have our best interests at heart. And I also told you guys for 2020, if you watched my January update of 2020, I said this was the year to know who you are, is to figure out who you are. And that's what boundaries are, right? Boundaries are the fabric of your structure. It's the levee, like the Louisiana levees. It's the structure that holds all of your intuition, all of your fluid, all of your values, all of your virtues, all of your beliefs, all of your desires. You hold everything within you, and that's the structure. And because you know who you are, that every single thing that is presented to you, be it person, place, or thing, you're going to run that through your filters, and you're going to say, this is not who I am. This is not a puzzle that fits, a piece that fits into my puzzle. This is not mine. It's learning that level of discernment. So I'm hopeful that a lot of you have been able to be doing that. Like you have spent this year knowing who you are and really creating that structure, because I'm just going to keep telling you this over and over again, where we are headed in this evolution of our consciousness. You have to be willing and able to lead yourself. You have to be willing and able to trust yourself completely, right? This is about stepping into self-mastery, because when we each individually know who we are, trust and believe in ourselves, know that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way, no matter what the narrative out is playing, no matter what the narrative out there is saying, no matter what fear they're inducing, no matter what's shaking up in your personal reality, you will be ready to roll with the punches. You will be able to just flow with it. So it's really, really important for you guys to have this strong structuring. Cindy says, I've been getting vertigo symptoms again. Haven't had them in quite a while. Yeah, vertigo is an interesting one, because for me, in my personal dictionary of what I use, vertigo is a disconnection where and it's not meaning that you're trying to escape something. I mean, it can be, right? We disassociate or we're ungrounded, but the energies that are coming through are unprecedented. Here's something interesting that I was going to talk about on the energy update, which is on Friday on YouTube, but is what I've been hearing is that, remember when the Schumann resonance went through that huge spike? It hit like 800 and it went up real high. And we had all this like intense energy. It like broke the Schumann resonance, right? The meter that runs it. We had to go and use Italy's. Anyway, what I've been hearing the past few days is that the Schumann resonance basically has reset to the 5D frequency, meaning the new, let's say that we're just going to use the new frequency as, say, like right now it's like 7.89 or something like that, right? So let's say the new frequency is 15. That's the new baseline, right? So that don't use those numbers, but that's the idea, is the new baseline frequency for reading Gaia's vibration. Her heartbeat has shifted, it's raised. So now anything that hits on the Schumann is going to reflect that. It's not going to look as volatile all the time because her frequency is now sustaining at a higher level. So anyway, what does that mean for vertigo? That means that if your body is not able to sustain those high frequencies that are coming in, you can often feel vertigo. You can often feel a lot of those ascension symptoms because there's a disconnect. You're not completely in your body. The energy's carrying you. So you have to do more intentional grounding. You talked about birthing. I had a full hysterectomy in November, and recently my left side has been crampy. My pelvic area has been painful. And now I realize it's the energy from all this. Absolutely. I had a hysterectomy as well. So there's no chance of me being pregnant. I feel these energies when this type of thing happens, you know? All right. So if you are just hopping on and you haven't gotten all the things to prepare, this is what you're going to need. Okay. So make sure you have paper, a couple of sheets of paper, a pen. This is super important ceremony. I used a mason jar because it has a lid. If you have a carafe or something that you can hold a month's worth of water in, your favorite manifesting crystals, which you can always add after the fact if you want. And of course, water. And then I'm going to share with you this ceremony. It's not really a ceremony, but this ritual that I'm going to be doing for the next 30 days. That is going to be freaking amazing. So I've got our 3 candle lit. Our number has 3 wicks on it. So if you don't have those things, go ahead and grab those items. And if you're on TikTok, I'm going to be live until my battery dies. I don't have a big battery right now. So if you want to be a part of this, don't forget to head over to YouTube. It's in my bio. Okay. So can you guys hear Cindy, can you hear the music in the background? I don't want it to be super loud. Can you let me know if you can hear it? Whew, so much energy. So I'm going to tell you about the ceremony and what the ritual and how it's going to work and describe it a little bit. And then I'm going to pull a couple of cards and then we're going to go into the transmission. So if you have your items, this is how it goes. And we're going to stay on here while you guys do it. But I want to tell you what it's about so you can kind of, and as I do my reading, you do now? Okay, good. I didn't want it to be super loud, but I did want it to be a little bit in the background. While I'm doing the reading, I want you guys to be thinking about what you're going to put in it, okay? So this is what I did. I have some big dreams, you guys. Oh, before I see that, they're coming in to remind me of something. They wanted me to tell you this. There is no need for a manifesting ritual. There is no need to do manifesting rituals, okay? There's no need to do any type of manifesting because you are always manifesting. 100% of the time, you are always manifesting, okay? The reason why I'm doing this ritual and why I'm inviting you to do this ritual with me is because of this. I know a lot of you, like me, have big, big dreams for 2021. I know that 2020 gave you that clear sight and that you want things to be different. You want to be self-sufficient. You want to be able to lead yourself. And you know that that means that things have to change. And so you've gotten really clear about what it is that you do desire, because our only job is to be that change. In order to be that change, we have to start behaving the way that that person that we want to be behaves. We have to start taking the actions of the person that we want to become. Okay. One of the very first websites I ever bought was Let's Act As If. Why? Because we have to begin to demonstrate that new behavior, right? Until we demonstrate it, all we're telling the universe is, please throw me a bone. Please, Mother, may I? And we're not commanding the fact that we are the creators of our reality. So the reason why I'm choosing to do this ritual is, one, when you have big dreams, here's how manifesting works, right? We do all these rituals, right? We get into the energy. Oh my God, I want to manifest this. This is what I want. This is my dream. It feels really good. We climb up the stair ladder of frequency. We get to the 10th or 12th floor and we feel into it. We're like, yes, universe, this is what I want. We throw out the boomerang. Boomerang goes out. That boomerang has to come back. It's universal law. Problem is we are no longer on that 10th or 12th floor waiting for it. We have fallen back down to a lower frequency, because as sentient beings, our job in this earth game, right, is to up-level our frequency and then begin vibrating that frequency out. And what's a match will vibrate back, right? Law of attraction, law of reciprocity. But most people can't sustain a 10th or 12th level frequency. They can't sustain it. So they go on these dips and valleys, you know, they go up and down like this in their frequency. And they're like, why isn't what I want manifesting? Where is it? How come it's not here yet? And it's because, well, what you asked for is a 10th or 12th floor frequency. And you're chilling at 4D, maybe 5D, maybe 7D. You're chilling on those floors. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, your desire is usually at a 10th or 12th floor. So what is this ritual going to do? This ritual is going to reinfuse that frequency every day for 30 days. If you choose to do this, it is going to embed that energy and that belief into your body, meaning you're going to start to believe it so much because you're doing it every day for 30 days, from full moon to full moon. You're going to believe it so much that it is your reality. And so the universe has no choice but to give it to you. Do you understand that? So understanding that concept, this is why I'm choosing to do this ritual. Doesn't mean you have to do one. So what I want you to do is, with your sheets of paper, I want you to think about if something magical happened tomorrow, right? All of your dreams came true. I want you to think about it. What are your dreams? Don't limit yourself by just this year. Okay? If it all happens this year, amazing. If it takes 3 years, amazing. If it takes 3 months, amazing. Don't limit yourself to what you think you can accomplish in a year. Don't think that way. That's limiting. I want you to just say, if I can have anything, if I'm the creator of my reality, what do I want my reality to look like? Where do I want to live? What do I want to be doing to serve humanity? What kind of relationship do I want to be in? Where in the world do I want to live? What will I do with my day? I want you to think about these things when I'm doing the card reading. 2, I want you to think about who, if all your dreams came true, who would be the very first person you would want to tell? And this person is going to be someone who would be rooting for you, right? This isn't to get revenge on a family member or ex-lover. This is like, who is your person that you'd be like, girl or guy, I got to tell you this. I want you to think about who that person is, because then you're going to write a letter. My letter's 3 pages. And you're writing to them in hindsight. okay? You're writing to them in hindsight. So I'm just going to read you a tiny bit of mine. And I wrote it to my friend Tanya from Harmonia Tarot. She is my ride or die. If she called, I'd grab the shovel kind of person, okay? So I'm just going to give you a snippet of mine because I want you to kind of understand my flow, right? And how I'm speaking to her. I said, "Dear Tanya, this new life I have created is beyond what I ever imagined. We always used to talk about it, but I never imagined it would feel this amazing. I'm sure you saw by now that my book launched and I couldn't have done it without you, your help. I thank you so much. But guess what? We just hit #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Can you believe it? I'm going to be on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts. I have officially arrived." Inside joke. Most people want to meet Oprah. I want to meet Robin Roberts. The comments, emails, and posts people are sharing on social media is overwhelming. Seriously, they are filled with so much transformation and healing. In other news, I fell madly in love with myself, and the next thing you knew, there was a new man on the scene. I can't wait for you to meet him. And I go on and on and on. I wrote it to her as if I knew she was coming to my house. I talked about where I'm living. I talked about my business. I talked about all the amazing things that I wanted to happen that happened. And I talked about how it felt to have those things happen and how excited I was for that person to see this and to experience this and to see the pictures from my travel. I even put in here, I can't wait for you to get here. I'm sure you're enjoying the traveling just as much as I am. I love the view from the airplane window. Gosh, I haven't seen you since our event in Greece. I've been to Australia, Italy, Germany. And by the way, I finally made it to the Black Forest. It's so magical. Just wait until you see the pictures. So I'm speaking from a space of past tense. Like this has already happened. So I want you to be thinking about what you're going to put in your letter. Okay? And if you already want to start writing it, go for it. Like we are going to be doing this right now in this energy. All the guides are here. All the angels are here. Your team, everybody is here with you, supporting you, amping the energy up. So start thinking about what you're going to put in your letter and who you're going to write it to. Then what we're going to do is you're going to take your jar or your carafe or whatever you put it in. You can even do a big water bottle if you don't have anything, right? You're going to put the 5 crystals of your choosing. Make sure they are water safe, right? Selenite is not water safe. Soft crystals are not water safe. So tumbled ones are best. You don't have to put crystals in. I put in 5 crystals because next year is a 5 year. It's the year of change. And so, in reclamation. And so I put in 4 citrine. Citrine is a very good manifesting stone. And a Hermaca diamond. Hermaca. I can never say it. Anyway, so there was 5 crystals in mine. So here's my finished product. So this is purified water. The crystals are at the bottom. And this is my actual letter. So the one I read you is a copy. And I just have a soft rubber band. You can use ribbon, and I tied it around. Why? Because we're made up of 60% water, and water is heavily influenced. It's mutable. It absorbs the frequencies of the words on this page, right? Dr. Emoto proved this with how he spoke to water and how the crystals changed. So I have put my actual letter wrapped around here, and every day before I go to bed, I'm going to read this letter. And I'm going to take a huge swig of the water every day, every night before I go to bed until the next full moon. I'll make sure all of the water is finished. So not only are you reading the letter and putting your energy into it, like you're reading it to that person and you're feeling that excitement, right? But you're also drinking in that vibration that's going to change your cells. Isn't that a cool ceremony? Isn't that a cool thing? I am really, really excited about doing this. I actually read the letter to Tanya today, and she cried. And she said that she could feel the energy in it. It was amazing. So tell me who's excited about doing this. So you can begin writing your letter if you want, or you can just be thinking about it. I'm going to do a short card reading, and this is going to be a collective read. Just see what the collective wants to bring forth for everybody that's going to be watching this live now or in the future. Remember, time is non-existent. It's a fluid current. So there really is no past or future. It's all happening in the now moment. All happening in the now moment. And my favorite things to do is to shuffle. All right, let me take these off for a minute. All right. We're just going to quiet our minds for a second. Take some breaths. We set the intention to call in our guides, our angels, our loved ones, our galactic families, our ancestors, to surround us each individually at this time, to amplify our energy, to raise our frequency, and to connect collectively. To help infuse this ritual with the highest intentions and infinite possibilities. Reminding ourselves that we are the creators of our reality. That we get to decide. We are not a victim to anything or anyone. All right. Spirit, what do we need to know about this full moon in Cancer, the birthing of the new reality? What do we need to know? What would you like to share with us? First card, deceit in reverse. So this is an interesting card because, see, he's standing behind the curtain and he's holding all the cards, right? And 25, so this deck, the energy deck, I'm using the Energy Oracle. So I actually have a code that I have developed because I actually know what these numbers mean. These numbers are connected to a modality. The opposite of this is universal love. So the 25 is universal love, right? It's the duality of this. So this represents constriction, but it's in reverse. So that what that's telling me is that each and every one of us, right, is going through this expansion. And what did I just tell you guys? That we're going to be bringing through birthing codes tonight, right? So if you haven't had light language from me, you'll get to experience it tonight. But this person is holding all the cards, but it's in reverse, right? So they're losing their grip. So the opposing forces, if you will, which, by the way, I keep being reminded to tell people this. The dark and the light are not separate. They are one. It is just a frequency band. And the dark is at one side. If you want to call it the dark, it's at one side of the frequency band. And the light is on the other side. But it's all one, you guys. So the opposite, the dark forces, the density, the grip of fear and restriction that we've all been kind of feeling or gripped with, they're losing their power. We are starting to take our power back. And this is a beautiful card to get because I feel, that is what the message I'm going to be bringing through on my 2021 update on Friday is that 2021 is the year of reclamation. It's also the year of disclosure. So we literally are going to be taking our power back. So that was a beautiful message. Let's see what else Spirit wants to tell us. What else would you like to share with us today? I can feel my team, my guides. I can feel them like peering over my shoulder right now. It always, still to this day, it still weirds me out. Yes, now to write. And don't feel the pressure to write it right here with me. You can write it after, but if you feel inspired to write, then start writing. Whoop, we got a flyer. Okay, we got 2. Yay, amazing. Okay, so this is beyond perfect. Yeah, that's what I thought. So the first one that came out, 2 popped out. The first one is 41. It's the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. It's Archangel Uriel. So there's a picture of the card. I'm trying to find a way to do it this clean for TikTok. It's not going to share. Maybe. Here we go. So 1, there's a lot of things on here. 1, Uriel, as someone who activates DNA, I do DNA activation and restructuring. I call in Uriel because Uriel is the activator. And what did I tell you guys is what happened on the 21st, right? And it's going through this month corridor of time, which really began before the 21st anyway, that our DNA is being activated. This is just another sign. Also, the violet, right? See the violet in the card? The violet flame, right? It's a transmutation. All activation means is light being shined on something that already lives within you. And it's really important to understand, because you see all these times, all these people online doing activations, or if you even had an activation or restructuring from me, or someone who's doing an activation online, right? Or the activation I will be doing later. I'm not doing anything to you. Like, I'm not giving you anything. All I'm doing is bringing in the light, the energy to guide, right? This is to guide your energy, and it brings your light and shines it on this code inside of you. And it says, here it is, that very thing that you've been searching for and seeking lived within you this whole entire time. And all the activation does is bring your energy, your attention, and your light to it. That's all an activation is. So this also has, she's also holding a book, and she's got her crown, right? So the crown chakra is a mirror of the root chakra. And this is something that's actually going to be in my book. And I will be actually doing a course on this. I'm actually already doing it. People don't understand the chakra system. So the root chakra is mirrored by the crown chakra. So when you're in victim, and when you're in fear, and when you are in fight or flight, you are in doubt. You're not knowing. And what does the crown chakra represent? It represents the knowing. Okay. So if your root chakra is dense and restricted and clogged and built up, of weighed down by all these fears that you are carrying, all these pressures, it basically blocks the window or the mirror of the crown chakra, which is the knowing. Do you see how those kind of go back and forth? Out of context, it might not be easy to understand. But what this is telling me with these two together is this, your root chakra is opening up. You guys are starting to feel more safe inside of yourself. You're starting to feel more safe no matter what's happening outside of you. And because of that, you're going to be activating that etheric DA. You're going to be activating that knowing. It's going to be activating your truth, your remembrance. And the other card was 27. It's walking away. This also, you guys, is anticipation, right? This is also a start energy. This is what, like I said, it's the activator, right? It starts, it opens the new timeline. It's a starting energy. It's a start codon. Okay. And then we have 27, which is walking away. And do you see, like, the gates open, it's kind of unknown. It's uncertain what's ahead of her. It's foggy. She doesn't know what it is, but she doesn't care. Right? She doesn't care. This is altruism. This is the saying, I'm no longer going to be, I don't want to use the word selfish because I don't think being selfish and selfless are the right words. I think the way that the world, when you're in balance in the world, it's for me, it's for you, it's for us. We're doing everything for me, for you, for us. If you do something just for someone else, you're out of balance, right? That's the wounded healer. Let me give, and give, and give, and give, and give. And I'm going to give because I know what it feels like to be hurt. I'm going to give because I don't want to be abandoned or rejected. I want to give because I want to be liked. I want to give because I want people to validate me or to love me or to need me. But when you give because it brings you joy and it lights you up without expectation, whether you're giving out of an act of service or you're giving because this is your business or whatever it is, when you take an action, right? This is the giving. It's a masculine energy. You must also receive something at the same time. And even if that receiving is your own joy of what you're doing just makes your soul so happy, that is an equal exchange. So whatever you're doing, it needs to benefit you, them, and the whole. And this is where we're going. And she has no idea what that looks like. But she's like, you know what? I'm done living behind the gates. I'm done living in the box. I don't know if it will show me. I hate when these things are like this. Oh, it's not going to do it, TikTok. Sorry. So she knows. She's, I'm not going to live behind this. And the gate is, I mean, if you look, the gate is almost invisible. She's like, it's not existent. I'm done. I'm breaking free. I'm breaking free. From London. Awesome. So excited. All right, let's see what other cards coming through. And you guys, if you are in my Facebook community and you write your letter, I am giving you the permission to go live in my group and to read your letter as if you're reading it to that person with all that energy. And we will support you and contribute to that letter, and we will amplify it. We will applaud you. We will get excited for you. Remember, this is about building the frequency inside of you and helping to anchor that belief, right? Build the belief that builds the wings, that helps you be the change you want to see. We are building new beliefs. You can't break a pattern, can't release a pattern. You can only exchange a pattern. So you're never really releasing. You're only ever integrating and transforming. There has to be a new energy that comes in. Spirit, any last messages you would like to share with us, please, about this full moon in Cancer as we close out 2020? Here we go. Okay. So the last one is financial constraints, right? It's also the 13, right? The number of 13. So 13 is a Godhead energy. 13 is the creator. It's beyond, there's something bigger happening here, right? It is a Godhead energy. But the financial constraints, the door is open. There's barely anything in there. This is something else I'm going to be talking about on my January update in a couple of days. And that's the money system is going to be changing. Okay. So they're preparing us and they're saying there's going to be some financial disturbances. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be for you, but there's a lot of changes going on in the banking systems. And this year, we're going to feel it. I've been talking about this for the last few months, actually last probably 6 or 7 months on my energy updates, that we are moving away from physical money. We will go to a digital currency. But before we do that, there's going to be a lot of shifts that happen. in our banking world, right? And so there's going to be a huge rebalancing of the money system. And so people who are heavily invested into things that aren't going to be serving us may lose that money. People who have invested early into new currencies may start receiving money, right? They might start really gaining. We have to really start looking at our finances in a different way and seeing, what would I do if I didn't have this resource anymore? How would I be able to get what I need? How can I become independent, right? How can I know and trust that I will be able to get my needs met? And this is a part of the reclamation of 2021. This is about taking our power back and saying, this money that has become our biggest source of not feeling safe in the world, our biggest fear, right? It's no longer the tiger eating you. It's the fact that you can't pay your bill, right? Or you don't have enough. What happens if money didn't exist anymore? Right? So we will have a money system, but it's going to be going under a lot of shifts. So this is not the year to take big risks. This is not the year to gamble with your money. This is the year to really learn about money. And that's what I've been doing for the last few months and will continue doing, is learning in what's a good investment that's backed by something. Like I started investing in gold and silver. I started investing in blockchains and cryptocurrency. I started moving my funds to things of the future. And you can actually watch what the rich do. The people who are super wealthy that play this stuff, you can actually watch what they do. And they've all pulled out of the banking industry. All of them. They've pulled out of the banking industry. They're not investing in banks anymore. They're investing in gold and silver. They're investing into cryptocurrencies. They're investing into tangible things that are backed by something. Because most people don't realize that our currency is not backed by anything, right? It could all go tomorrow. It's not backed by anything. The Federal Reserve is not backed by anything anymore. So it's really important for us to start having that thought process of, I need to learn money, not about getting rich quick or any of this. It's like the noise is so loud right now on what to do financially with your money. You have to know that discernment and listen to your gut and say, what is right for me? Where can I have money in different places so that I can remain independent, so that I have no dependency on the government giving me a check or from my employer or from whatever. Like this is about having multiple lines of income and ways of you to access your resources, whatever those resources may be. Okay. And I think I'm feeling the call to do one more and it flew out. That's why. Thank you, Spirit. Happy family. 4. So 4 is a big heart energy. It's all about unity, right? There's a rainbow. They're all in white. White is purification. They're basking in the waters. They're enjoying the view. What this is telling me is that it's all going to be okay. As I've said in almost every single one of my energy updates, love always wins. Okay? But Earth is a slow motion replay of events that have already taken place with alternate endings, meaning the actual ending is the same, but how it ends, there's multiple timelines. And depending on how the collective, meaning all of us together, want to play this out is how it's going to play out. And that's why it's so important, because you are an intricate part of that collective. So the more people that are in a synergy, in a congruence as to how they want to see the world, the more that reality takes form. So if there's still a ton of people buying into doomsday and buying into all the things that are going to go wrong and are focusing on that, sharing that, being in that, then that is what we're going to experience. But the more people shift into, I'm going to be the change, and what I want to see is this, and what I want to see is this. If if I am going to be that person, what would that person do? What would they share? How would they contribute? How would they inform people that didn't come from a place of fear? How could they inform people that, hey, like I don't agree with this, and this is what I'm doing to be that change, not preaching, not this is wrong and you shouldn't do this. Don't get the V. You don't listen to this person, right? I'm going to have to talk in code a little bit, but it isn't about preaching. It's about, hey, like, I'm not in agreement with this. I think this is not the right thing to do. And this is what I am doing, or here's some ways that you can help yourself. Do you see the difference? This is why we're meant to be the change. I've been preaching that all year, and I'm going to continue as I move into 2021. It's all about you taking your power back from wherever you've given it, whether it be the government or your family or if you're someone who still works on a 9-to-5 and you've been wanting to break free, whatever it is, it's you saying, I'm no longer going to put power into you and what you believe and what you're telling me I should or shouldn't do. I am going to make that choice for myself, even if that means I stand alone. And let me tell you, you're never really standing alone. You're never really standing alone. You just you're not seeing it always in your physical reality. Okay, but I promise you, you're not the only one. We're all being led to do things and take our power back in a way, because a message they came through that I posted on Facebook on my personal profile a couple of days ago was a message that I've been hearing for a little while. And that's, we are going to have to stand up and demonstrate and choose at this point. This is how the game is changing. We have to choose to take new actions. We have to demonstrate differently. So if that means you stop paying taxes, if that means you stop wearing the mask, if that means that you become sovereign, meaning you are not dependent on the government for anything. You know that you're capable and are growing your own food. You know that you're capable of sustaining the needs that are being met. Not that because it's going to be apocalyptic, because those timelines still do exist, but because you're sovereign and you are the creator of your reality, and you know that you are sustainable. You have reclaimed everything that you have given away to other people, meaning you're not dependent. It doesn't mean you still don't need connection. It doesn't mean you still don't want love. It just means that you are a sovereign being and you can lead yourself, right? And you can take care of your needs. So what are your needs that need to be met? I love this song. I'm listening to the Kundalini Chill Out track. Okay. All right. So are you guys ready to do a little transmission and bring in some beautiful birthing energy and whatever codes, the birthing codes that my conscious collective wants to bring through? Who's ready for that? So if you're new to experiencing work from me, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen tonight. I just channel it. So you'll want to be in a comfortable place. If you're driving, hang up, disconnect. This is not for the frequencies I bring through. If you're not able to sustain them, you will pass out. You'll kind of go to sleep, if you will. And so if that happens, know that that's okay. I don't foresee it being that strong, but it's possible. And you're still receiving everything that you need. Okay. There'll probably be some light language. I don't know if there'll be any toning. So if you're listening on headphones, you want to bring it down to about 50%. You don't want it to be super loud. So just give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are ready to do this transmission. Be in a comfortable position. I need like more room around me. Just let me know when you guys are, someone let me know when you're ready. I wonder how much battery life I have left on my phone. Awesome. All right, so we're going to begin. And once I get into that, there'll be a certain place where I'll transition. That means my team has come in and they'll start doing codes. And what happens is, because I trance channel this, I come in and out. So I come in sometimes, and sometimes my team is able to speak through me and articulate it. Okay. Let's begin with 3 deep, conscious belly breaths. We'll be breathing in through the nose, and on the exhalation, we will be dropping our shoulders and just getting our body prepared, okay? So breathing in through the nose, drawing that energy up, and then out through the mouth, dropping your shoulders. 2 more times, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One last time, breathing in through the nose, drawing all of that energy up. And out, letting it all go. Getting your last little wiggles out. And just finding your normal rhythm in your breath. Just finding that normal rhythm. Feeling how your breath moves up and down your spine. How your belly rises and falls. Just begin feeling this beautiful, warm, golden energy beginning to come into your crown. Feeling it beginning to circulate. Just collecting all of your busy thoughts. All of your worries or concerns. As it circulates down through your eyes, nose, and ears. Into your jaw. Just feeling that warm rush of energy into your jaw. Into your teeth. Into your gums. Into your tongue. We hold a lot of fears in our teeth and jaw. Just relaxing it. Unlocking it. Feeling that warm energy coming into your throat. Relieving any pressure that you may have been feeling. Just feeling it begin to flow down your shoulders as if somebody just placed a heated blanket on them. Just feeling that relief rush over your being as that warm energy radiates down your arms and out your palms. Feeling that energy beginning to move like molten lava down your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Just unlocking your spine, opening your column of light, your beautiful pillar, As you feel it moving past your heart, past your solar plexus, past your sacral, anchoring you deeper and deeper into your being. All the way down into your hips. Opening your hips, feeling that rush of warm energy. I'm hearing some of you are actually feeling that warm rush. A warm expansion in your hips. Really bringing the beautiful cosmic sun energy in now. Just feeling that warmth of the cosmic sun. Loosening your hip bones. Whether you are male or female in this life, you have the ability to birth realities. So feeling it, whether it's your pelvic bone, just feeling that energy just taking over, that warmth, expanding. We're going to be bringing through some codes now into your hips. These are beautiful gold glyphs that I'm already seeing falling in to my consciousness. And just receive them, see them imprinting into your hips. Feel them opening, unlocking. And for some of you, it's going to be clearing up some density, some old wounding, some old programming. We have to make space for these codes, for this light, for this expansion. Ate eke se edna ata atene sina ata asata ana ale sime enta ana a ato osono anama ate enene ata asakana atena etena aso onomo ata ana etene esete ene ino o shoto osune te ashata asatana se etene mete o sho sono oto o shono soto Ataka nana etene eneme ene setena a ashata asate ashata asana ata atana esene etene shuno ondo o osoto ono otu ashata asene etene usu o shoto sono o osho o no shosoto o shono osoto o shotana atane esene etene Ashataka ana asete ene etene ata susunoto ana atena ata ana ased ene matana atene isena ata akisene etene mesene eta a. Take a deep breath. I want you to feel how that energy has shifted and opened your hips. For some, you guys I saw some realignments happening. I saw some literal density being transmuted and transcended and opening up. Some of you may have had pains down there that are going to completely be disappearing. Just feel that energy. As you feel it, I want you to go into your mind's eye. And I want you to see you standing right before your heart space. Take note of the doorway that stands in front of your heart, the armor that you have placed. Take note of what it looks like, the texture, the color, the vibe, if it's big or small. It all has a metaphoric meaning for you. As you stand before that doorway, I want you to begin to see that door opening and this beautiful white light emanating out. It's bright, but it's not blinding. And I want you to feel it beckoning you forward. Now, as I begin to see you guys walk into your heart spaces, you'll be walking into your own light. I feel a lot of intensity. This Cancer moon is activating our heart center. It's preparing us for a shift in our vibration, in the remembrance, the reclamation of our soul. I want you to see yourself walking into your own light so deeply that all you can see is the light. All you can see is the beautiful light of your own heart space. And what I'm hearing is we're going to be bringing forth the codes of remembrance. This is tied to life purpose, which is all about your joy of life, the main theme of why you chose to be a human. And for some, your soul's mission. This is going to be helping to awaken those inside of your heart. Take a deep breath. I know some of this may be intense. I'm hearing some of you are feeling this intently. Just remember to breathe with it. Akanana atarene ekarene ana atarene ana atana asana ama atara ananate ekarene ana akana atarene atana atakanene akanata akana etere ananatana akana ana akanatene 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 atana atana atana. Take a deep breath. We're going to expand that energy and see these codes being imprinted into the structure of your heart wall. Ashata satana de esete enatana ala satana atena. Ashatana asana tana sene nemetene ata. Atana asatana ate esene anata asatana. Ashatana senematana etena ete asatana. Ashatana sotona atena. Ashatana setene ata asata asha. O shata ana ate esete ata asa. Ashotana asate ashatana asete. O shono atasanate. O shono asatana ate. Deep breath. Just notice what's happening in your heart space. As we pulled in the wisdom from that remembrance, as we shed light on the very wisdom that lay dormant at the bottom of your well, feeling that energy that we just brought up to that surface, bringing that wisdom of all that ever has been you, from all time and space, from all realities, timelines, dimensions. You having that information so easily accessible. You just have to return to the remembrance of your soul and allow it to guide you. Allow it to be your own internal beacon of light, always guiding you to the shore of your truth, no matter what noise may be outside of you. Remembering that you are a fractal of what you call God. You are a divine creator. You are here during the most pivotal shift the universe has ever experienced. A shift in our consciousness. You chose to come and play an active role in this shift. You chose to be a bearer of the light. And because of that choice, we had to take you through many dark nights. You needed to know the ground of those who will be walking towards your light. You had to walk that mile to bring forth the grace and compassion that will be needed to carry the sleeping. Because whether they fully ever awake or not, our job as light workers, as light leaders, as way showers of infinite sparks of consciousness that made this choice was to do that work, was to walk through that perceived darkness, to overcome the struggles and the trials and tribulations, and to let go, to surrender to this is an illusion. It is a hologram of creation. It is mutable. You have the power. My friends, you have the power. It is time for you to remember, for you to reclaim that very power, to turn your light on so bright, and to walk forward into the uncertainty with excitement because you know what you are creating. You no longer fear the uncertainty. We only fear uncertainty when we feel victim to life being created for our being. But when we live in a higher state of being, when we live in the light of the remembrance of our soul's journey, we see uncertainty as the black chalkboard where we get to draw and create anything. This, my friends, is your power. And for those who have lost their way or who are teetering between the frequencies, teetering between these worlds and dimensions, feeling like you can't sustain, we say, you can. It's so easy, but because it's so easy, humans like to complicate things. You have been programmed for a very long time to believe that it has to be hard when it doesn't. All you're being asked to do is surrender and listen to the guiding voice within you to strengthen its volume so that you can hear and feel it over anything. You have this power. I want you to feel this power within you. We are amplifying it. We are turning up your connection to your source creation. You are always tethered to that soul, to that higher power. Feel it. Feel that energy coming down through that tethering. Feel it igniting your spine. Feel it infusing into your life force energy. Feel it awakening you. That power is yours. It is you accessing it. Remember, harness it, feel it, and wake every day choosing to be that change that you so desperately want to see in your reality. Do something every day that version of you would do. Emulate your higher self, emulate your creative power. Feel that energy. Take note of what's happening inside of your heart. I want you to continue moving forward. Forward until the light of your heart begins to give way to a beautiful garden. And this garden is coming alive. The fragrance, the textures, the colors, the environment, it's so vibrant. This is where you plant your seeds. This is where you come to nurture your dreams, to where you imagine your reality, where you go to create the very things. And I want you to begin walking towards the center of this garden. You will see curved seated benches making a circular seating area. And I want you to take a seat. And as you settle in, I want you to begin to see however many guides that want to step in this moment. And they are coming with gifts for you to place into your heart center, to receive directly from them. This could be a loved one. It could be a guide. It could be a galactic. It could be an angel. It's going to show up whatever is easiest for you to receive from in this moment. And we're going to allow for just a few minutes for you to connect with these beings, for you to receive. For me personally, in my third eye, I'm seeing a lot of golden keys. But whatever you are receiving, however it comes to you, whether it's frequency or an image or a feeling, I want you to just feel yourself connecting with them telepathically, receiving the messages that you need to receive, the clarity that you've been seeking, and receive that gift from them. So just take a few moments and allow yourself to surrender and to be with these beings. We're going to begin, while you're having this, we're going to begin bringing the cosmic sunlight around both of you, or some of you have a few guides. So just see this beautiful golden light circling around you as you begin. And I'm going to be doing some toning just to raise the frequency. Just continue receiving from your guides, listening and receiving. Can you feel that? So amazing. If you haven't received your gift already from these beings, from your guides, whoever has shown up to be by your side today, go ahead and place your hands out and receive that beautiful gift. And I want you to thank whatever beings showed up of the highest light. I want you to thank them. I want you to tell them how much you appreciate their guidance, their support, how much you appreciate them working with you every moment. And I want you to bow your head to them as you say your goodbyes. And you begin taking your gift back into your own light. And I want you to find a space inside of your light, inside of your heart, where this gift belongs. If it's a key, maybe there's a keyhole you put it in. If it's another item or a code, just intuitively find that space in your heart. And I want you to literally imprint it in, as if it just kind of goes flush into the walls of your heart, where you can feel it embodied in this moment. And I'm hearing that some of these gifts won't unlock right away. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to. For some of you, there's a little bit of, what's a good human word for this? Reorganization that needs to happen. A little bit of clearing and reorganizing in within your timeline has to happen for some of these codes to completely activate. But they will. So don't fight, don't resist. Allow your life to unfold. And once you have completely imprinted that gift, I want you to stay in this heart space. So I want you to just find a beautiful space to surrender, to lay down. Your heart is always a high frequency. So just see it as a warm field of tall golden grass. And feel yourself surrendering into it. Feeling the warm cosmic light and just flooding your body. And as you do, I'm going to seal in these codes, meaning that it's a complete rewrite, restructure. It cannot be undone. This is a permanent rewrite in your DNA codes. Seeing this beautiful cosmic light just flowing over you, circling all around you, emanating down. I have one last transmission that's coming through before we seal it in. I can hear it coming. Atana ate ese ekeneme ete ene ese ina a akada ate sene ene atana a satatana e. Ashatana asakana ate asana a ashatana asakana e. Ashatakana ateke enemeteke en ata ala ata asanene eke eneme ene matana asatana e. Ashana atono ashono atano. Ashana atene ashana taono. Akana atenene kene enemetene ene asana ata kana ana ala atenene kene ma ata ana atenene enene senetuno olo. Oshona ata akana tene. Oshona oto akatanene. Oshona oto akatanene. Taking a deep breath. Feeling that light emanating. By the power of 3, I release and seal thee. By the power of 3, I release and seal thee. By the power of 3, I release and seal thee. And so it be. Taking some breaths. Feeling the weight of your body returning to this physical vessel. Allowing your consciousness to return to this present now moment where we are together. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, you can return to me. And we can chat about what you guys experienced. I will tell you, I can't remember when it was. Because I don't remember a lot of what I bring through. At some point, the ancients came in. The ancients, for those who don't know who the ancients are, they're just one of the original collectives of people who are beings that were resided on Earth's frequency. Think about rocks, trees, the indigenous tribes, the main elements. They came in and they were, I'm hearing, dredging up wisdom from all time and space for each of you guys. Like literally they were going in and I could just see this churning of this energy where they were like unearthing the wisdom that you have, because our Akashic record is made up of every life we've ever lived, every life that we are living, every timeline that we're running congruently. Everything is in our field. When we access the Akash, we're accessing our auric field. And when we want to read something outside of ourselves, we access Earth's library. And Earth's library holds all the records of any being, human or not, that has lived on the frequency of Earth. So, for whatever reason, you guys needed to hear that, because I want you to know that you always have the wisdom of everything you will ever need, past, present, future, in your field. Sending big love with the brave people in this stream. Well, that's wonderful of you. So what did you guys experience? I would love to hear. I can tell you the heart energy has been off the charts. I could feel the spinning in my heart chakra, and I can feel the pressure in the back of my heart chakra. That pressure, that pressurization that was happening. Sorry, my cat's going to be annoying right now. So tell me what you guys experienced. And for those who came in late, for those of you who came in late, go back and listen to the beginning ritual. I cannot wait for people to tell me what's happening with their letter. Okay. So remember to write your letter, create your water. You want to read your letter every night before you go to bed, or every morning when you wake up, however you want to do it, and take a big swig of your water. And this should last you until the next full moon. So that's 30 days. That's a full moon cycle. And reading that every day and feeling that energy every day and drinking the frequencies and allowing it to sink into your cells every day is going to help you stay at that 10th floor of where those desires are. It's going to help elevate you and embed it, embody it into your energy field. It's going to help you become the beliefs that build the wings that help you become the creator of the reality you want to see. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to share? I was so excited to share this ritual with you. I had no idea what we were going to bring through in the light codes, the birthing codes. Who felt it in their hips? Felt pressure in the pelvic area and then like a squeeze feeling around my heart during the codes toning. Yay! I wonder does the pressure stay or did it release? Do you feel more open in your hips? And don't be surprised if you like wake up tomorrow and like your physical body feels different, or there's been a major release in your body and like you have this now expansion in there. That happens often. I'll do these and people will say like, oh my God, I've had chronic back pain, or I've had this hip pain and now it's gone completely. It's just gone. And it's because we brought it was met, right? It was the light. All you have to do is all you have to do is feel it to heal it, literally. It is in you unconditionally allowing yourself to feel and accept a state of an emotion, like the state of emotion that you are traveling through, because emotion is energy and motion. This is just something I'm feeling right now. It's moving through me. The more you can just surrender and accept that this is what you're currently feeling right now, it doesn't define you. It's an experience that you're having. It's literally the light is meeting the density and it just dissolves it. It's all you ever have to do. So that's what we do in these light language transmissions. I felt physically sick, had to get up, and was bent over with heaviness, very strong. Thank you. Well, I'm going to send you lots of love. Drink a ton of water. And if you feel called to take a salt bath with some baking soda, do that. Because if you're feeling physically sick, that means it hit some pretty big density, pretty heavy emotion that might have been buried, we unearthed, and you're feeling the transmutation happening. So just surrender into it, take a bath, drink lots of water. It's actually a wonderful thing. And I know you know that because you're grateful. I can feel it in your energy field. You said a little bit. Well, allow it to, I bet you by tomorrow, you'll be feeling a lot better, a lot more space made in there. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, you guys. Well, I'm going to see if there's any other questions that anybody has or anything that anybody else wants to share. Tomorrow, you guys, I will be doing another language of light healing attunement. Tomorrow, I'm hearing is freedom codes, and that's going to be an exclusive event for the YouTube members. So if you're a YouTube, not a subscriber, they're members. So those who pay YouTube membership for my account, for my channel, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. If you want to be a part of that, it's at 11 a.m. Eastern. There was a time change for the subscribers who are on, or the exclusive members that are on. We're going to be bringing through freedom codes. I'm hearing for January, there's going to be a lot of codes coming in. And these are big codes that you're going to want to have. So tomorrow we're going to be doing that on YouTube. If you are already a member, the link has already been shared, so you can just access it through that. I will probably send a reminder through community posts about a half an hour before. And then Friday, January 1st, I will be back live on YouTube doing the January 2021 energy update. I will be sharing what I have been asked to share for 2021. A lot of it you guys already know in some way, shape, or form, because it's nothing new. What I'm going to be talking about, stuff I've been talking about for months. But kind of sharing the new stuff that I've come in and just recapping and really streamlining and putting it together in a very understandable way is what my goal is. So I'll be talking about 2021 in January and even some of February on Friday. And then January 16th, I am hosting every month. I have a synergy workshop. It's 4.5 hours. It's an opportunity for you to have the hot seat, for you to work with me on whatever is standing in the way between where you are and where you want to be, right? You get to take the floor. You get to explain to me what's happening, and you and I work through that in front of everybody, and we set a collective intention that whoever is chosen, whoever is selected to ask a question, right? Sometimes these can get big and I can't reach everybody, and other times I get to everybody very quickly. So it's all a matter of how many people we get showing up for this workshop. But it's 4.5 hours. We have a half-hour break in between. So 2 hours, 30-minute break, 2 hours. And we always will end with some type of other light language or meditation or journey or something at the end if we have time. But my priority is helping you guys. And so whether your question is asked or not, you will receive exactly what you need on that. And it always works out that way. There's always a theme. So if you are a monthly pass subscriber already, if you have a monthly pass to my workshops, I will see you in January 16th for that. It's a Saturday. If you're not and you just want to try it out for the first time, it's only $44. And I will drop a link to that in the comments on YouTube when we are done, in case you would like to check that out. So those are just some of the events that are coming up. There's going to be more to be announced as we go. I will update you. And I will be live a lot more intermittently, giving short updates. I just saw an orb go by, so if anybody caught that. But this was so much fun. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm telling you, I would love for anybody who does this exercise. This is powerful, you guys. Powerful. If you feel called and want to take it to the next level and you're in my Facebook community, my Facebook group, I'm giving you permission to go live and to read your letter and allow us to really amp that energy up for you. All right. So thank you guys for joining me. If you loved this broadcast, let me know in the comments. Share it with a friend. This energy is going to be good. You can come back and do it again. Every time it will bring a new layer. Okay. We are harnessing the energy of the full moon so it can be accessed anytime in space. It is not, remember, this is not linear. It's the now moment. So you guys can access any of my transmissions as if it's the same energy and just take it another layer deeper. All right. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. And I love you guys. Happy full moon. And I will see you next time. Bye.